Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are all having a blessed day. Hope you guys all have a blessed weekend. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I don't have a whole lot planned, and that always makes for a good weekend. Well, listen, I want to do a vlog today, and I want to just talk a little bit about America and how she has completely lost her way. I mean, America has lost her way. Ephesians 6:12 says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." Paul tells us that there are very real, very dark forces behind everything. The government is no longer the ruling power in America. They haven't been for quite some time. The evil forces behind the scenes, they are the true rulers. When Donald Trump came into office almost 6 years ago, when Donald Trump came into office, the media in the United States became a weapon of the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party used all the media to attack Donald Trump and anything that came against their narrative. The FBI. The FBI is the largest law enforcement body in America. Right on top. Every agent swore an oath to protect the Constitution of the United States and the President. But the Democratic Party used the FBI. They turned the FBI, the largest law enforcement agency, they turned them around and used them to attack a sitting president. The allegations of the Russia collusion, this dossier they came up with, was totally false. They knew it was false, but they used it to get rid of Donald Trump. They wanted to get in there and try to get rid of this guy because he wasn't one of them. He was not a Washington insider. He was a businessman that became president. So you guys remember all the riots we had in all the major Democratic cities? Remember all those riots? The police were told to stand down. The police were told to stand down, let them riot. And I mean, they're flipping over cop cars and burning cop cars, torching businesses, stealing everything out of them. Government didn't care. Stand down. And all that does is tell all the lowlifes in America, it's okay to riot and to loot. No one's going to do anything. Go ahead. You remember that one man and his wife? Guy had a real nice house. I forget what city it was, but the rioters were coming down the street and they ripped off his iron gate. He came out there with an AR and his wife had a handgun, and he told them, "You come up on this property, I'm going to shoot you," which is his total constitutional right to do so. So what happens? The next day, the district attorney puts out a warrant. They come out, they arrest him and his wife, they search their house, take their guns. Totally unconstitutional. But they did it anyway. And I heard later that this guy actually got his guns back. Government had to apologize, give him his guns back. So stealing and shoplifting are now legal in all Democratic-run cities. In San Francisco, you can walk into any store, take less than $800, walk out the door, and the cops will not even come. They call the cops and say, "Yeah, guys just ripped us off. We got them on camera." They're not even going to show up. They're not even going to come. The other day I saw this guy, this young kid, come in with a backpack into an AM/PM, and he just went over to the snack aisle and just filled this backpacks up with candy bar and everything else. And the guy behind the counters looked at him like, "What are you doing?" And he got done, he zipped it up, walked right out the door. Because he knows they call the cops aren't even going to come. Shoplifting under $800 now in America is fully legal. Look at our military. Our military has undergone a great purge over the last 2 years. All conservatives have been driven out. All who refuse the vaccine are gone. We now have a completely woke military. How many of you guys remember Desert Storm? I was in Desert Storm, and we were under one of the greatest generals that has ever been. I mean, this guy was fabulous, right up there with MacArthur and a few others. His name was General Schwarzkopf. Do you guys remember him? Well, how many of you have seen this new guy, General Milley? This guy, General Milley, is a woke libtard. And I'll tell you what, if we go to war and this guy's in charge, heaven help us. We are in big, big trouble. And then when it comes to the ELECTION, fraud. Remember that? They were all in on it. You could not pull that off unless all these people were working hand in hand. The Congress, the Senate, the Supreme Court, and the military all were in on that. They have pictures. I mean, look at the movie that just came out, 2,000 Mules. That proves that we had total mass election fraud and nothing's been done about it. Why? Because everybody was in on it. There's nowhere you can go to demand justice. They were all in on it. People, this is what I want you to remember. There's no justice in America anymore. There is no justice. No one cares about you. When the food runs out, no one's going to come to feed you. They don't care. And this is why. Because the principalities, the powers, the rulers of the darkness of this world, the spiritual wickedness in high places, these demonic forces are running the United States government. And not only that, they are running every known government in this entire world. They brought them all under their domain. And that is the greatest sign of the end times that I can possibly imagine. We are ready for the Antichrist to come in and take power. People, the entire world has been corrupted. And we're not coming back. The United States is never going to be great again. We are going to continue on our downward spiral. And then pretty soon, hopefully, the rapture will take place. All the Christians will be gone. And you think it's evil now? Wait till we're gone. Because we're the light and salt of the earth. When we're gone, there's no restraining force. And it's going to get so evil, it's just going to be beyond belief. But people, listen. Don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. I don't think America's ever going to be great again. Maybe it will. I mean, nothing's impossible. If the citizens, the only way that they could possibly take place is if the citizens repented. Because people, I don't care how bad it is, if you repent, God says He will heal your land. And that's what we need. But anyway, the principalities and the powers, they're in charge. And we're going downhill pretty quick. And it's only going to get worse. Guys, listen, keep your preps up. People, keep your preps up. I just went to the store today, and the store shelves are getting thin, and they're going to get a whole lot thinner. I mean, I've been hearing a lot of stuff. I've been watching a lot of smart people, mostly on Greg Hunter, USAWatchdog.com, that talk about there being massive food shortages starting in October. And I believe it. I mean, with the drought and everything else, the war in Ukraine, things are going to get bad. So don't give up on your preps. Keep buying rice, beans, canned goods, everything you can. So anyway, I just want to give you something to think about. Heaven or hell, you choose. Just remember, once you take your last breath, it's a done deal.